Hey everybody, this is Christian or CJ. I just kind of need to talk about some stuff and I don't really know who else to turn to, so I'm turning to you all. Sorry if the quality of this video is a little less than my other ones. I'm currently in Atlanta, Georgia at an internship at Emory University, and so I'm doing this off of my laptop. Okay, so I'm about 5 months on testosterone, I realized before making this video. I thought I was 4 months on testosterone. I don't know where that extra month has gone, but it has. I'm still on half dose, so I'm taking 0.25 cc once a week. It's going well so far. I decided not to increase my dose. My doctor said I could if I wanted to, but my testosterone levels were in a good range. And my body is just getting used to being on that half dose, and I really felt like I was a lot calmer recently and my emotions were good, so I've decided not to increase it for the time being because I'm still seeing changes. So 5 months on T, noticed more hair everywhere apart from my face. I think my face has got more peach fuzz, but it's not much thicker. I've noticed really coming in on my thighs and on my knee. Never noticed you have hair on your knee, apparently. So that's growing a lot more hair there. I think my chest area is getting feels more hairy-ish, but it's peach fuzzy. But I don't think it was there before. And my stomach, I'll show you, I guess. So my stomach's a lot more hairy than what it was before. My voice is definitely deepening. It's, I don't know if it's cracking still. I think it does crack. I just haven't really pushed it a lot recently, so that's happening there. I think my veins are starting to appear more on my hands and things like that. I had a weird thing today where I thought my hands were bigger, like my fingers were thinner than what I remember them being. So if you know me, on my fingers thinning out? I hope so, but we'll see. I don't know about that. So those are all the changes that I've seen, and now I want to talk about what the main topic of this video is today, is around top surgery. Coming up a year ago, next month, I guess. I probably started middle of July last year, binding full-time. Full-time looks like to me almost every day, if not every day, for 8 to 12 hours a day, if not more. I know that you're not meant to bind more than 8 hours a day, but my schedule just doesn't really allow me to not bind. I have a 34C bra size, so my chest isn't super huge, but it's reasonably big that I feel like I have to bind whenever I go outside, because if I don't, at least I feel that you can see my chest. So I've wanted top surgery since before going on testosterone. I would say that top surgery was one of the first things that I've wanted. So I probably wanted it for a year consciously. I think subconsciously I've wanted it for longer than that. But recently, since coming to Atlanta, and I think having a bit more time, free time by myself, I've been able to kind of just be in my head a lot more, which has made my dysphoria increase. To make matters worse, I haven't been able to see my counselor because our schedules just didn't really match up at the end of the school year, and now I'm in Atlanta for the next 5 weeks. So I won't have a counseling session for about 2 months or so. So I haven't really been able to talk to anybody about this, but I've just noticed my dysphoria really increase a lot. Like when I'm around, I live by myself for the summer, so around the house I try not to wear a binder at all, but I find that I can't look down at my chest really. If I do, it feels weird. Like when I'm just walking about, whatever, I don't really notice my chest, and I guess I get it in my head that I have a flat chest, and then I look down and I can see my breasts. and that's not very comforting. Or when I get out of the shower and I look in the mirror, and I guess maybe what's making this worse is I think I look a lot more masculine than I did before, and that's really nice. It throws me off a little bit sometimes, but like in a good way. Like I didn't realize it, and then I noticed it. And I'm like, oh hey, who's that sexy man in the mirror? Woo! Yeah. Um, but so I do that, and then I look and I see my chest, and that kind of ruins it all. Especially as my like sides have really slimmed out, so I think my torso is pretty straight now. Biting during the day is typically good. By this time at night, like right now, I kind of just want to get it off because it really hurts. It definitely cuts in on the side here. I have armpit fat too, which probably doesn't help, and also in here. And there's a pool where I live now, which is awesome. But I just hate the fact that I'm gonna have to wear my binder and my rash guard to go swimming, which I know a lot of guys have to deal with. But I think it sucks that we have to do that, honestly. But we do. So I don't know. Like I'm getting really down. Like I said, I live by myself, and right now I don't know a lot of people at all in Atlanta. So I wonder if like not, and I'm an extrovert, so I don't have people to talk to, or I know a couple people, but we're not super close. Whereas like other friends that I have in Fort Collins, for instance, we can talk about some of this. I just feel like very stuck in my head, and I hate it when I get this way. And at the same time, I feel kind of guilty because I know that a lot of guys have waited decades for top surgery, and here I am, like a year into this whole thing. Not even a year on testosterone, 5 months on testosterone, a year into kind of when I first started transitioning, and I like can't stand it almost. I don't know how people have put up with this for 10 years because I can't even put up with it for a year. Like, come on. And it just upsets me. I'm trying to save up for top surgery. I know my parents don't support me having surgery, so they will not be helping fund any of it, which I completely understand. It kind of sucks because um, basically basically, I would love to be able to have top surgery end of December 2014, so the end of December this year, or beginning of January 2015, so beginning like around the new year, because currently on my student health insurance, they would cover 80% of a surgery cost, and that would be awesome to get some of that money back. But I need to raise the money first, obviously, because a lot of surgeons don't take insurance right off the bat. Then I'm also in a loop of I thought I wanted to go to Garramone, like he was the first surgeon that I've ever heard about. Really like some of his results, but recently I've been hearing some not so good reviews of him. Not the quality of the surgery, but like experiences through the surgical center, and some people have needed major revisions on their surgery, which to me is not okay. I'm trying to get, and I might be in a utopian, like, too happy, too perfect for words. So if I am, please call me out on that. And I don't want anybody to think this video is me pleading for help or pity or anything like that. It's not. I really need to talk, and YouTube is, strangely enough, a place where I can talk to myself, and I don't really give a crap what anybody thinks. I really want to go to Garramone, I think, but that, traveling to Florida and staying there for the time would add on, like, at minimum $3,000 onto my fundraising, and with my almost no money raised, so my plan this summer was to schedule Garramone and seriously start saving. But looking at the funding, looking at how much it's going to cost, I just don't know if I can do it in that time. And I just don't know when I'm going to be on because like once I graduate, I won't be on this health insurance. And not all health insurances take include trans or gender confirmation surgeries. I wish there was a fix, and there's not. Like, I told my parents that I would pay them back, that they could loan it out to me. I'm not a U.S. citizen. I can't get a loan here. Like, I don't know what I want to do. As I say, don't think that, well, you can think that I'm doing the pity speech, whatever. I just need to think some of this out, I guess, and just kind of just asking for advice. Or, as I say, part of me thinks that I almost don't deserve to have the surgery this soon. Like, maybe I should have to wait. A lot of guys have to wait a long time, so maybe I shouldn't just try to rush it. But the way, like, how tight my shoulders get, I don't want to have to bind for another year, another 2 years, another 3, 4, 5, 10. I don't want that. I'm missing out on parts of my life now, as are a lot of people. And I'm not saying that I'm like, I don't want anybody to think that I'm saying that I'm like perfect and need to be helped and shit. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, for me, I need to figure something out. And before you ask, no, I will not be doing a surgery fund. Like I said before, I believe there are trans guys, genderqueer folks out there who need top surgery more than I do and have more of a financial need than I do to put up a GoFundMe and things like that. So I will not be doing that because I don't think that's fair. And I know my friends would disagree with me and telling me that I'm like shooting myself in the foot, but so be it. And I don't want to be, like I said, pity, and I'm sorry if you think that I'm complaining. I'm just needing to vent right now. With regards to surgery, so with Garramone, I know that he does the double incision with a nipple graft. I've also looked into T-anchor surgeries because they keep the nipple stem. So I'm a little bit more interested in that. But some of the results that I've seen needed revisions. Also, because it keeps the size of the nipple, I don't know if this is TMI. If you know me, it's probably TMI. My nipple is quite large, so I worried that if you keep the nipple piece, to me, it would just look weird. So I'm weighing up, like, do I want feeling or do I want, like, perfect looking nipples? Feeling is awesome for sex and other sensation pleasurable things. Looking awesome is every day in the mirror, when I go swimming, when I walk around my house naked, because I will do that when I have top surgery. Just putting it out there, I'm gonna walk around naked. I think I'm more leaning towards the looking good every day in the mirror double incision. So if anybody has recommendations of surgeons, if you really liked Garramone, please put down below. If you didn't like Garramone, please put down below. I've looked on Trans Bucket, and there's not really, like, you win some, you lose some, and I get that that's going to be there everywhere, but I just want to know if people think that Garramone's like gone down in recent years. Anyway, this is a super long video, so I'm gonna cut it short. But now I'm in Atlanta, I'm hoping to do more videos. Send me questions, I'll put all my links up below. I love you all, and thank you for putting up with my craziness.